Hello everyone, welcome back to SciEM's YouTube channel. Today in this video we will be discussing the module 4, which is the probability distribution. The topics we will be covering under this module would be binomial distribution, Poisson distribution. These two comes under the discrete probability distribution, and the other four we will be discussing is normal distribution, gamma distribution, exponential distribution and Weibull distribution. These four comes under the continuous probability distribution. So now without wasting any further time, let's go on to the first topic, that is the binomial distribution. Under binomial distribution, let us assume that E is something a random experiment where A is some event. Let probability of A equals P, and P here denotes, P is denoted as the success, and probability of A bar, which is 1 minus P, is denoted by Q, and it is a failure. If P remains same for all the repetitions, which means that if we take n trials of the same thing, then the P or Q would not be affected with the trials. And if we consider n independent trials of E, and X is a random variable which denotes the number of times the event has occurred, then we can say that X follows a binomial distribution with parameters n and p, and hence it is denoted by capital B of n comma p, which is known as binomial distribution of n trials with p as a success. So X can take the values of 0 to n because there are n trials, so it can be a 0 trial, 1 trial till n trials. So now we will be knowing the formula of the probability mass function of the binomial distribution. Under the binomial distribution, if you have been asked for probability, then we use this formula where P, probability of any X random variable as 0, 1, 2 till n, is equal to NCR P to the power R Q to the power n minus R, and R is 0, 1, 2 till n, and we know that P plus Q here equals to 1. So mean of the binomial distribution is n into P, and variance of the binomial distribution is NP into Q. Now let us solve an example question on the topic of binomial distribution. In this question, it has been given that out of 800 families with 4 children each, how many families would be expected to have 2 boys and 2 girls, at least 1 boy, at most 2 girls, and children of both the genders. So we have to assume that equal probabilities are for the boys and the girls, which means that the probability of having a girl is same as probability of having a boy. So moving on to the solution, let us see how to solve these types of question. So we'll take as X as the number of X as a random variable which will denote the number of boys. So since a family had maximum of 4 children each, so X will take the values of 0 till 4. Capital N denotes the total number of families, that were 800, and n was the number of trials which were of 4 children each, and P here is the success of having a boy which would be half, as well as Q would be half, since it was given that we have to assume equal probabilities for boys and girls. So we have taken and we have written that it follows a binomial distribution with n number of trials and P successes. So in the first part, it has been given to find the number of families to have 2 boys and 2 girls. So for 2 boys and 2 girls, we'll take that probability of X equals 2. Why did we take this? Because we had taken the X denotes as a random variable which denotes the number of boys. So we have 2 boys, so we have taken P of X equals to 2. We don't care about how many number of girls are there. So we've taken number of boys as 2, so it would be putting that in the formula. We get that 4C2, 1 by 2 to the power 2, that is success to the power 2, and Q to the power n minus r. So we get the value as 3 by 8. But we had to find the number of families. So we have to multiply this probability with the total number of families, that was 800, and we got the answer as 300. The next subpart was the probability or number of families having at least one boy, which means that at least one boy is P of x greater than equal to 1. So it would be P of x equal to 1, x equal to 2, x equal to 3, and x equals to 4. Instead of finding all these 4, we can simply write as 1 minus P of x equals to 0, and putting that in the formula and applying all the values, we get it as 15 by 16. And since we had to find the number of families, we multiply it with the total number, which is 800, and we get the answer as 750. So now moving to the third part, it has been asked that to find the probability of at the most 2 girls, which means that there should be maximum of 2 girls and not more than that. So we can say that there can be 1 girl, 0 girl, or 2 girls. So probability, the boys being x equals to 4, 3, or 2. So we'll subtract it with 1 minus P of x equals to 0 and 1, and we'll get the value as 11 by 16. For the number of families, we'll multiply it with the total value, that was 800, and we get the answer as 550. Next, we have been given to find the probability of children of both the genders. So we can write that it as 1 minus probability of children of the same gender, which means that in one time all are boys and in the other time all are girls. So probability of all boys plus probability of all girls, which is subtracted from the total probability, that is 1, and hence we get the value as 7 by 8. For the total number of families, we multiply it with 800 and we get the answer as 700. To understand that how much you have understood the topic and to practice, you can take this as a question where it has been given as 2 dice are thrown 120 times. So you can see that the total number of times has been given 120. So find the average number of times in which the number of first dice exceeds the number of second dice. So first you have to take a set types in which you will write the 2 dice numbers. Suppose the first dice you get 2 and the second dice you get 1. So like this you will plot the number of questions, how it can be. Suppose I'll just say you can take 2, 1 and then 2, first dice exceeds the number on the second dice. So you can take 3, 2 and 3, 1. Like this you can take till 6, 5 and all. And like this you will get the probability, and you have the number of trials as 120. Putting that on the formula, you can calculate the average number of times, that is the mean, which was n into p, and answer has been given, it has is 50.